Tom Corley spent 5 years studying 233 self-made millionaires, not inherited wealth, self-made. And the thing that surprised him most was not what they earned, it was what they did with it. Ramsey Solutions surveyed 10,000 millionaires and found that the majority of them never had a six-figure salary. They built wealth on ordinary income by doing ordinary things extraordinarily consistently. This is not a video about earning more. It is about the 7 things rich people do with money that most people simply never learn. Number 1. They pay themselves first, before everything else. Most people pay their bills, buy what they want, and save whatever is left, which is usually nothing. Wealthy people flip this entirely. They save first, automatically, and live on what remains. Tom Corley found that wealthy individuals save at least 20% of their net income before they touch it. The key word is automatic. The money moves the moment the paycheck lands. There is no decision to make, no discipline required in the moment. The system does the work. In Canada, that means automating transfers into a TFSA or RRSP. In the US, it means maxing your 401k contribution before you see a dollar of it. Number 2. They track net worth, not just income. Most people measure financial success by salary. Rich people measure it by net worth, the difference between what they own and what they owe. A $200,000 salary with $300,000 in debt and no assets is not wealth. A $70,000 salary held for 20 years with disciplined investing can be. Ramsey Solutions found that the typical millionaire took 28 years to reach that status. They were not tracking paychecks, they were tracking assets. Net worth is the only number that tells you if you are actually moving forward. Number 3. They invest boringly and never stop. Wealthy investors do not chase hot stocks. Tiger 21, a peer network of high net worth individuals whose members average $100 million in assets, reports that their portfolios are built on long-term positions in businesses, real estate, and diversified funds. Not crypto bets, not meme stocks. Motley Fool Wealth Management found that 90% of millionaires use employer-sponsored retirement plans consistently. The strategy is not exciting. S&P 500 index funds, consistent contributions, decades of compounding. Warren Buffett once said the stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. Rich people are patient. Subscribe. New finance breakdowns every week. Rule number 5 is the one most people find hardest to believe. Number 4, they treat taxes as the biggest expense worth managing. The top federal income tax rate in the US is 37%. Capital gains rates are 15 to 20%. The difference between earning $1 as income versus earning it as a long-term capital gain is enormous over a lifetime. Wealthy people structure their money to minimize taxes legally, maxing retirement accounts, using tax loss harvesting, structuring business income efficiently, and holding assets long enough to qualify for lower rates. Most people pay whatever tax bill arrives and call it done. Rich people plan around it all year. Number 5, they have multiple income streams. Corley's research found that 65% of self-made millionaires had at least 3 separate income streams before they became wealthy. Not after, before. Rental income, dividends, a side business, freelance consulting. The point is not to work 3 jobs. The point is that a single income stream is a single point of failure. If that paycheck stops, everything stops. Multiple streams do not just add income, they add security. And over time, as some of those streams become passive, they begin to decouple wealth from time. Number 6, they avoid debt on things that lose value. Ramsey Solutions found that nearly all of the 10,000 millionaires they surveyed avoided credit card debt, and most avoided new car loans. Not because they could not afford them, because they understood that financing a depreciating asset is paying interest to lose money faster. 90% of millionaires drive cars costing less than $75,000. The money not spent on interest compounds elsewhere. The wealthy are not anti-debt. Warren Buffett has called the 30-year fixed mortgage one of the greatest financial instruments ever created. They are anti-debt on things that go down in value. Number 7, they make their money work while they sleep. This is the end game behind everything else on this list. Rich people build income that does not require their presence. Dividends arrive whether they check in or not. Tenants pay rent whether they are awake or asleep. A product they created once sells, again and again. Michael Jordan earns approximately $150 million per year from Nike, from a deal he signed in 1984. He has not played a professional game in over 20 years. The money is working. Most people trade time for money every day of their working lives. Wealthy people spend years building systems that eventually reverse that equation. None of these 7 things require a high income to start. They require a decision and a system. Pay yourself first, track net worth, invest consistently, manage your taxes, build multiple income streams, avoid debt on things that depreciate, and work toward money that earns while you sleep. Corley found that the average self-made millionaire in his study took 32 years to get there. Not 32 years of luck. 32 years of boring, consistent decisions that most people abandon after 3 months. The difference between wealth and the absence of it is almost never income. It is almost always behavior. Which of these 7 are you actually doing right now? Drop your number in the comments.